honored to be here today. After I had my heart surgery in 2004, the American Heart Association contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in helping them promote better health. I said, yes, I would, but let's don't just raise money or do public service ads on television. Let's actually do something to help young people have a better future. At the time, it was obvious to me that the rising tide of childhood obesity, the alarming increase in type 2 diabetes among young Americans, was the product of a lot of forces in modern life that no one ever intended to produce this result. Parents are working harder and harder, have less time to prepare food at home, have less disposable income, more likely to buy food that's very high in bulk content but may not be good nutritionally. Schools are subject to enormous budgetary pressures. Staff don't have the time or opportunity to learn what might be necessary to improve health and exercise options. There are all these things happening at once. All I knew was that just in the last 2 years, we had 2 9-year-old girls, one in Washington, D.C., and one in New York City, near where my office is, diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And in the last year or two, the American Medical Association finally said that we can no longer refer to type 2 diabetes as adult onset diabetes. It had always been called that my entire life. Type 1 diabetes is what you're born with, type 2 is what you get from living. So one of the most fun things to do in life, to eat food and have conversations with people over meals, has turned into an instrument of bad health in America. And so the Heart Association and my foundation formed this Alliance for a Healthier Generation to try to turn it around. We start by making an agreement with soft drink manufacturers to reduce the caloric content of beverages sold in schools. And some people make fun of us, saying, oh, you can't do that without a big tax. Last year we learned that in the first 4.5 years after we made the deal, the caloric content of beverages served to young people in our schools in 90+% of the schools in America has gone down about 88%. It's a beginning. We have 10,000 schools, including all the schools in Miami-Dade. I think there are 37 schools represented here in our healthy school networks that are improving nutrition and improving exercise options for their kids. We've got 2.5 million young people who participate individually through our website and trying to help change their lifestyles, their families, and their schools. But we have continued challenges. So I want to talk a little about it today. First, I want to say that under Superintendent Carvalho and his predecessor, Rudy Crew, Miami-Dade was the first comprehensive school district in the country to say, count us in. And I was talking to the superintendent backstage. It is very rare. We have a lot of great schools in America, but to have a whole school district committed top to bottom for giving their kids a healthy future is very important. And I think every person in Miami should be proud of this school district for the leadership